so high up. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Buckeyes kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And he's not going to take the touchback. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And a big question coming into this game was how were they going to be able to handle the environment and all the crowd noise? And the best way to do that, make a play early and get everybody to sit down. They wasted no time. Opening kickoff, what a great job in blocking. Open field running was sensational. They score a touchdown, and guys, early, I'm not hearing a lot of noise from this home crowd.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Parker. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jackson. Got enough for the first. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got it run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Starting to feel a little pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Smith with the grab over the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Making side adjustments here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Inside the 45. There's some room. Up to 45 yards on the ground already. What a way to get this season started. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The transfer has it its first carry. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They start the season as the #1 team in the country. You want to talk about having a bullseye on your back from day one.
Yeah, bullseye, but that also means you're really, really talented, and you're thought highly of. So this roster, it doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the country. Starting the year #1 is a great thing. That means you got talent. But how do you take this season, and how do you take step one today?
And that's the job of the coaches, I think, is to deliver the message to your team. You've got to prove it. You haven't played anybody yet. You haven't necessarily earned that #1 in front of your name. So here's your opportunity. A lot of fans watching. A lot of people excited to see just how good you really are.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Great job by the back on the option.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Here's Julian saying to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the ball takes those crazy bounces out of bounds, and a huge loss for this offense. And he's coming out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. He gets a block. Got him with a room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone, didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He's not going to make it, and he couldn't get there to tie the game. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going long. Oh, it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Say it. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock.
A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He's now up to 64 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Jackson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. 4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's got enough, and that'll set him up with a 1st and goal. Easy choice to go for it on 4th down there, right? And the Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Go straight ahead. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
What a start for this guy, right? 2 drives, and that's already his 2nd rushing touchdown. And listen, this area of the field, David, in the red zone, you've got to be able to run it. It's really hard to throw. The windows aren't very big. But this dude right now is feeling it.
And as a defense now, I understand the mission. Palmer, it's pretty simple. They're going to run the football. So I've got to meet that physical challenge, man. I got to stop the run, or else this is going to be a long day for this defense.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Sooner offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Handoff to Xavier. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Punt is in the air. Now on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Say it. Under fire. Hauls it in. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Quarterback making adjustments. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the big fella. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Makes the grab. It's Smith. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Jackson. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, and let the running back do the rest.
Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and fires complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's Sayin to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown! Buckeye! Into the end zone for 6.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be tackled right at the 32, and a pretty good job on the return to set up his offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Snags it over the middle. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He wants to go deep. Upstairs, he's got it. He'll work his way down to the 28.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. He's got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That gets them back to within 10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 4 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the home team locked up in a tight one in this matchup of top 10 teams. We haven't even hit the half here today, and it's already shaping up to be an instant classic. Let's now take a look at some top 25 games around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets away from one, finds room. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Buckeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Sends it back in motion. Throw it, say it. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Saying back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Saying to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fit it in the window for the score.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He's not going to make it stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. So this 2nd half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Lets it fly. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
A little screen to the running back. Turning it on. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Under fire. Still running at the 40. How frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a quarterback like that. They finally get him out of bounds. The Sooners are marching down the field. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Offense changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Julian saying to throw. Open on the left side, it's Smith. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Running inside, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. They'll line up to go for 2. Trying to punch it in. Dives into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Well, he did a great job of finding a crease on that 2-point play. He gets it in, and the offense comes away with 8 points on the drive.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Robinson again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play.
He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking to pass. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Might have a chance. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. He now has 110 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Mateer. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Right on the money. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's got an open man. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here's a give to Robinson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to pass, it's Mateer. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock, nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. There's time on the clock. Keep trying to score.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Again, it's St. Clair. So close to a touchdown. But just out of bounds on the left sideline in the end zone. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. To the air, it's Mateer. That's reeled in, it's Harris. Made a defender miss. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Running through contact. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Touchdown Sooners! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Lining up to add another. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them. And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Unloads quickly. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Snagged out of the air. On the move at the 30. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Again, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. St. Clair. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. The RPO, it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
And the Sooners, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete. At the 45, on his way. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Sooners will have it first and 10.
Booster!
Looking to throw again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Catch in the middle. It's Sategna.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Moving out to the right. Makes the catch. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Throwing St. Clair. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a deep grab. It's a seam wide open. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Going for two here, and if they get it, it'll be a 5-possession game. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Here comes the heat. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
To the air, it's Mateer. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.